scientists embark upon the largest murder investigation in the history of the universe.
Everything in science, when you're exploring a problem, is a bit like a crime scene. You've got the evidence laid out in front of you. You have to figure out who done it.
All right, guys, here we go. Not too long tonight, I don't think. But just wanted to get on here and talk about all of us for a second. You know, I'm hurting, man. I'm hurting for us as a people, right? I'm hurting for us as a species. And I started asking myself why I was feeling like that. And I started doing my whole John Lennon, watching the wheels go round and round. And when you really look at everything, I mean, really look at it, the amount of complexities that we put on ourselves on a daily basis is laughable, guys. It's insane that we allow ourselves to. Here's an analogy I wanted to use. So I'm trying to do this in a kinder, gentler way. I don't know, whatever, right? My wife suggested that. Maybe my message would resonate a little bit better if I wasn't the drunken sailor speaker. I don't know. Some days when I get angry, that's how I talk, right? I mean, I get pissed off at shit, and I talk like that. I don't think that's going to change. But when I talk about us and what I think we can do as a collective group of intelligent people is I'll try to do that a little more calmly because we can, guys. We actually can affect real change, and I mean we can do it quick. And I mean, just look at what you have to go through on a daily basis because of some system, right? I mean, and then I laugh because I start thinking about all the infrastructure in the United States, and man, I start laughing because while a lot of those things that are constructed are for our benefit, the majority of them are for our fucking enslavement. Pardon my language. For our control, right, or lack of control, our lack of freedom. Okay. So the highways, right? I mean, yes, I love driving on the highways. They're beautiful parts of the country we go through, but they were designed to move goods and services mainly, right? That was the initial reasoning. The railways were invented for transporting goods and services. Beautiful thing, right? But we were the ones that built it, right? So we built the roads, we built the railways, or slave labor did, or however you want to say it. It doesn't matter. It was done off the backs of the working man, right? Or the enslaved man, either way. Okay. And, while it benefits us some, right? Like at nights and on the weekends when we get to play, it mainly benefits the top guys. All of it does, right? Look at a city, for example, right? Let's look at a 25-story office building or a 60-story office building. In reality, what is that, right? In reality, that's 20 to 30 years of your life in that building. Okay, you're going to spend there, right? The majority of your life will be spent in that building. You know, that's a complexity we don't need, man. We don't need to be that complex, guys. We really don't. You know, it hurts. It hurts me. I mean, look, I'm happy, right? I am a happy guy, believe it or not. I get on here and rant, fucking rave, and cuss out people and all of that shit, because it needs to be said. But at the core, I'm a big teddy bear, okay? But I'm pissed. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Okay, that's what it is. I'm hurt that we as intelligent people, allow this to happen to ourselves, right? I mean, it just, it boggles my mind that we can't do better than we are doing right now as a people. And I know we can, guys. I mean, I know it's there, right? We just have to reach up and take it, right? And not violently. It doesn't have to be taken violently. I mean, it doesn't, but we make our lives so complex that we don't have time to actually live, right? And that hurts, man. You know, I mean, Jesus, you know, I know for a fact, okay, in my heart of hearts, right, that if we weren't in this system that we are in now, you know, and one of my neighbors needed help putting in a refrigerator, I would go over there and do it willingly, right? Because that's what we're supposed to do, guys. Okay. That's how we're supposed to treat each other. We're not supposed to look at it and say, yeah, I can do that, but I need $75. No, guys, we do it because we want to do it. We do it because we want to take care of each other. We want to take care of our communities, and what prevents us from doing that? And I mean this sincerely, you know, everybody's going to say, well, it's because of this and this and that. Well, no, it's because we allow it, guys. It's as simple as that. If you want to make real change, then it has to be done as one voice, right? We can't hire a politician that's going to do it. I mean, it can't. It's not going to happen. He's going to get run over. Okay, he's going to get run over by all those, maggot suckers in the system. You know, I mean, we're no different than cattle that we send to slaughter, guys. That sounds crazy, but it's true if you think about it. Okay, we raise cattle, we feed them, we fatten them, we stick them with stuff, and make them supposedly better and more tender and whatever and whatever, right? And then we kill them, right? And then we feast on them. Okay, right? That's what we do. I love beef, man. Ain't nothing like a good T-bone steak, okay, on a grill. I love it. Okay, we're supposed to have that. We're allowed to have that. But the point that I'm making is that we are treated the same way as that cow. Okay, we really are. And if you think about that, you know, um, we're treated worse actually. Okay, we're actually treated worse than the cow, right? Because we get to build our own prison system, right? We build our own prisons, right? And we don't think they're prisons, right? But they are. They actually are prisons. They're control mechanisms, right? And we allow it to happen, and it's sad. I mean, we we're taught to get that job and go buy that house, right? Well, the house is a prison, guys. I mean, yeah, we work hard for it. Of course we do, right? We're proud of it. Of course we are, right? But it's another 30-year prison sentence, guys. That's a prison sentence. Okay. For what? Not for you, right? Not for, the guys that built it. No, it's for the guys up here. Okay. It's for those guys. So it's another prison, right? It's another complexity that's unnecessary, right? Because I know, right? And the people that I know, the real people that I know, the friends that I know, not the fake people, okay? If we needed to build a house for one of them, we'd all get together and go build that house, okay? Absolutely would happen. I know that in my heart of hearts, okay? It doesn't matter what it is, okay? I'm not saying that we, have to ban capitalism or any of that stuff. Don't freak out, but we don't have to be so complex, man. We can simplify this thing, right? We can simplify this game to where, everybody wins, guys. I mean, really, we can. It's that easy. It really is. We can eliminate all these complexities, all this unnecessary gray fodder that, occupies so much of our headspace and our time. We can change all those things, right? We're not going to change it by hiring a politician or voting for a different party or this or that. Okay. The only way it's going to change, the only way, is if we come together as one people, right? We can have our differences, guys. Okay. We can have our differences and we can have, you know, good, decent conversations, right? We don't have to point fingers at each other. That's a complexity, man. Why do we do that? Right? Because the puppet masters got us doing it. Okay? That's why, right? Because, when it comes down to the basic fundamentals of life, I'm going to tell you, 80% of us agree on most things. Okay? I was thinking about my Second Amendment people, which I am. I mean, I love guns. Okay, I don't have a whole lot, right? But whatever, But I had a thought, and and we argue over. I heard there was another shooting. Thoughts and prayers. Yes, let's give some more thoughts and prayers for another mass killing in the United States of America. I pray to God we have at least 20 more this year because I get to have as many guns as I want. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Okay. So thoughts and prayers, right? Okay. I love guns. Okay. Keep our guns. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. But are you ready for this? This is real talk. Okay. We need to have better background checks. Of course we do. We need to close all loopholes in gun purchasing. Okay. I don't care if it's an antique or this or that, this, or that. It doesn't matter. We need to close all that stuff, guys. Okay. It makes it too easy, right? But you should be able to buy whatever you want, right? This is America. Now, here's the only catch. If at any time in your life, one of your weapons is involved in a killing or a murder or a mass shooting, okay, and you were irresponsible, then guess what? You paid a price. Simple, easy, lemon squeezing, okay? If you bought a gun and your son went out and killed 20 people, you die for it. You pay for that mistake, okay? You pay for that, right? That's a fair law, guys, okay? Simple, easy, right? Get rid of all the bullshit, okay? Get rid of all of it. If a police department has ground down serial number guns off the street stolen from them, right? Okay. They're held accountable. If they're involved in another murder, the police are held accountable. Okay. Not monetarily, because that's our money. Okay. That's another level of complexity that makes me laugh my ass off. Okay. We sue all of our institutions and they pay us with their own fucking money. Okay. What a joke that is. Okay. But we can simplify all this stuff, right? If you kill somebody, you go to jail. You go to jail for life, okay? Unless it was verifiable, indisputable self-defense, okay? I mean, we can simplify this, guys. We don't need all these complexities. We really don't. It takes up too much time. It takes up too much resources. It takes up everything that makes us become who we are supposed to be, right? And how's it going to change, really, right? How's it going to change? I went through a process today that we had gotten. How do I say this? Because I don't want to trash the people because they actually do good work, right? So I'm trying to word this to where my point will get across, but I won't bash the people. I did enough bashing on them today. Okay. But they do good work, right? And but there was a whole bunch of unnecessary bureaucratic bullshit that did not need to take place, right? And it was totally unnecessary. Okay. And when I see that, I get so frustrated because I'm done with that, guys, for myself, right? I'm done with that. Okay. If it's an unnecessary step in the process I'm trying to achieve, you're going to know about it, because it doesn't have to be this hard. We're making it hard on ourselves, right? So, I'm going to calmly, right? Because I do, try to explain that to my wife because she, God bless her, God love her, man, because she does catch both ends of my barrel sometimes. And it's, it's never directed at her. And I keep telling her that, and she knows that. But, I'm a boisterous, loud son of a bitch, you know, and it's intimidating to some people. I don't think I intimidate her as much as I think she thought for a while I was attacking her personally. Okay. And no intent there whatsoever. Right. The intent was just my frustration and voicing it, and letting it out of me. And she just happened to be the backstop. Right. So, I think she understands now that when I do that, none of it is directed at her. Um, you know, it's a work in progress, right? Because this is all new for me, right? I mean, all this, it's new for me as well, you know. So don't worry, I'll still go on my rants, my drunken sailor stuff, right? It needs to happen, right? We need to smack people in the head. We need to wake each other up. Not to the way being woke up is being, portrayed these days, right? I'm woke. I'm proud to be woke. I'm proud to see all the wrongs that were done in this country and in this world, right? I'm proud to be able to understand that, right? And learn from it and change it. Okay. So I'm proud to be woke, if that's what the definition of woke is. Okay. So I'm proud of that, right? Because in my mind, being woke to those things are looking out for the people that were used and abused, man. Simple, right? I mean, we use and abuse each other so much, man. All of us do, right? All of us do it, a whole bunch of different levels, man. And we don't need to. We really don't need to. I'm not looking for kumbaya and peace, love, and happiness around the world because it doesn't exist, right? I mean, it can't exist. It's impossible for that side of life not to exist, right? You have to have the darkness to have the light, right? I just want to fight for more light, guys. And the way we fight for more light is together as one people, man. You know, what do we want, right? We want to be free. We want to be left alone to live our lives the way we want to live them, right? We want to teach our children the way we want to teach them, okay? And that, if because this will piss some people off, and I don't care because it's true, okay? If a gay couple, right, adopts a young child, okay, and teaches them nothing but love, compassion, honesty, integrity, right, for other people, right? What's wrong with that? Okay. They're not telling them that child that, because we adopted you, you have to be gay. They're not saying that at all. Never have been. Never want to teach anybody that. Okay. They just want to love, man. They just want to love each other. They want to love a child, right? Right? Okay, my Christians, I want to be calm, but here's a couple that loves a child, right? That got thrown out of the system or got thrown out of somebody because, you know, they were forced to have the baby and they couldn't handle it or couldn't afford it or could not for whatever reason love it, that it fell into the hands of a gay couple, let's say, right? Or a lesbian couple. It doesn't matter, right? A trans couple. I don't care what couple, a mixed couple, right? It doesn't matter. It fell into a couple of love, right? And if you can do that with somebody, You know, that's what we're here for, man. Right? So I know we can't get rid of evil. I know it's always going to be here. Okay. But I will raise my voice to fight it. Okay. I will raise my voice for the dark, you know, to fight against the dark. Right. And we just need more people to do that. Okay. It's not a religious thing. It's not a Jesus thing. It's not a Muslim thing or a Jewish thing. It's a human thing. It's a human thing. What we got going on here is a human condition. Okay. And this human condition is broken, you know, and, you know, it's only up to us, guys. No one else. No one else. Right. There's no savior coming. Okay. I know you're gonna not like it, but that's okay. I mean, there is no savior coming. We are our saviors. We have to save ourselves from ourselves, guys. Okay. Now, how do we do that? Right? It's easy. We say we want to. Right? We believe we want to. We say we want to. And then we go to the people that think they run this show and demand it. Guys, we just stop and look at them and demand it. Okay? It will happen. It has to happen. It needs to happen. Okay? We can do a lot better as people. We are living our lives so complex, man. You know, and we want to hold people accountable, right? We want to hold people accountable. Okay. And I agree with that. Okay. I'm holding people accountable. And let me tell you something. They don't fucking like it. Okay. They don't like it. Okay. They don't like it. Okay. Because you're showing them their real selves. Okay. And you know, that's a hard thing to look at. Okay. It really is. You know, but we can do better. That's all. You know, we can be a better race of people, right? And that, when I say race of people, I mean all of us, right? I mean every one of us, okay? And you know, it starts with a conversation, guys. You know, it starts with you saying, you know what, that makes some sense to me. You know, let me get involved that way. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I know what I see is wrong, right? I mean, I got enough common sense to look at it and go, man, that is fucked up. Okay. That is wrong. We should not be living this way, you know, but we're caught up in all these complexities that we don't really have the time or the opportunity to really see it. And that is by design, guys. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's not a joke. It is by design. Okay. It is by design. Um, so find your way, right? Like I said, I'm happy, right? I am tickled pink with my life, my family, you know, everything around me is good, you know, um, and I want it to be bigger, right? What's wrong with that, right? Let's make it bigger, right? You know, there used to be a commercial. Some of you guys are going to laugh. Most of you aren't going to know what the hell it's being, you know, what it's about. But it was a commercial by Coca-Cola, right? And I'd like to buy the world of Coke, right? I mean, it's utopian thinking. I know you're going to say that. You know, it's you know, it's heaven on earth if we want it, right? It really is. Okay. You know, if we really want it, if we really want it, we can have our little heaven on earth. Okay. We really can. And my challenge to you all is to look at all the complexities, right? Look at all the stuff that goes on in your life that is completely unnecessary, that sucks your freedom away, right? Okay. Because what's happening, you know, in reality is, you know, we, the people, are a big buffet. Okay. We are nothing but a big buffet, and we are being consumed daily, every day. Okay. Nonstop. Okay. The appetite of this thing is insatiable, right? It is not going to stop unless we stop it. Okay. It is insatiable. So look at all the complexities, you know, look at how you want to be remembered, right? You know, what is your legacy going to be about, right? You know, I don't know big companies that are going to remember my name because of that, right? So my legacy is going to be talking about how to make this place better, right? You I hope it's something that people will appreciate, because it comes from a good place, right? And it comes from a good place. So look at yourselves, look for change, join together in one voice, and demand the change that we want to see, right? That's what has to happen. And it doesn't have to happen violently, right? So don't worry, the asshole's coming back. Okay, I just put him away for the night because I wanted to try this soft approach that my wife was talking about. Okay, um, but it's good. We can do it, guys. We really can, right? We don't have to start big if we don't want to. My wife always says, start in your community, right? Start in your neighborhood. Start with your next door neighbor, right? Start with the guy down the street. Start with your mailman, the trash man, the lady you meet in the grocery store. Open the door for somebody. Let's just start being kinder to each other, right? Okay. If we start there, right? If we just start there, right? Being a little kinder, a little more humble, right? We got a shot. Okay. We got a legit shot. But, if you look at the world through the eyes that I see, I see a lot of beauty. I really do. But what goes on in the day-to-day lives of human beings in our society, we're nothing but cattle, man. we are nothing but cattle, and we're being consumed. Okay, so let's we're not going to stop being consumed, but we can slow it down big time. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. Peace and love. Let's change the world, man. We can do it. I love you guys.
The Milky Way is being killed off, and the perpetrator remains at large. Scientists investigating the crime are running out of suspects, but the hunt for clues continues. So astronomers